edition of Off the Grid. Hey, I wanted to welcome today's guest, California music producer OJ. Hey, thanks for joining us today. I appreciate you. How's it going out there?
It's cool, bro. I mean, it's cold as fuck right now, but I mean, besides that, it's cool, you know. It's cool out here.
Yeah, hey, happy New Year, man. Any crazy resolutions, or you just taking a day at a time?
Happy New Year to you as well. Honestly, man, I don't know about resolutions, but I definitely starting off, I guess, my own. I wouldn't say label, more like a production company.
Okay. Oh, that's gonna be exciting, man.
Yeah.
All right, good. Well, hey, man, let's start with just a quick introduction to yourself. Tell us where you were born, where you grew up, where exactly in Cali you call home, and how long you've been making music.
Okay, so let's see. I was born in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
I was brought here to the US when I was 3 months old.
Okay.
And we pretty much lived in the Central Valley. It's rural towns. Cutler and Orosi, that was like the two towns that we moved back and forth from. But for the most part, mainly stayed out here in Orosi.
Okay.
And as far as like music, been like maybe like 15 plus years now.
Nice, man. Okay, awesome, man. Yeah, I mean, you're well established and you got an amazing catalog, man. And so, with that resume, I'm always interested in who influenced you, man. So, as you were coming up, or not even before, not even even before the thought of being a producer, man, who were your musical influences? What kind of music did you like growing up?
This is the funny part. I didn't really have a preference to music. I wasn't like a big music person growing up.
Oh, wow.
Um, I was around it, you know,
Yeah.
and the little bit of music that I kind of did get influenced by, it was like the stuff that my uncle shared with me, which was like, you know, Outkast, Biggie,
Okay.
Pac, Bone Thugs, I think even Master P. So I
Yeah.
was like, I mean, but it wasn't like something I was like seeking or anything.
Okay. Well, hey man, it's a pretty good introduction, man. I know, like, my parents Filipino came
Hmm.
immigrated over to the U.S. and I got my start on like the Beach Boys and
Oh, word.
country music and stuff. So that's not a bad start, man, in terms of what you're doing today. So awesome, man. Well, good, man. So with that, did you have any particular albums that you dug, or is it just what was ever playing on the radio?
It was whatever was playing, man. It wasn't like, I mean, obviously there was certain albums that, you know, I obviously knew were like, you know, kind of like a bunch of the Pac ones
Yeah.
and like the Biggie one and then even like the J one. I was like
Cool.
aware of stuff like that, but it wasn't like I said, I was it just I never gravitated towards it like that.
Yeah, and now as a producer, you probably have a very diverse taste in what you like to listen to, and so
Oh, yeah.
any genres that are outside of rap that you really enjoy these days.
A lot of R&B and
Yeah.
psychedelic rock.
Oh, nice. Okay,
Yeah.
anyone in particular?
Honestly, I've recently kind of started diving into that.
Okay.
So it's like I'm not familiar with the artist. It's just kind of like just going down a rabbit hole and just seeing what I find. And um, it's been a bunch of stuff, man. If I'm being honest with you, I haven't really
Yeah.
been like keeping track. It's just more like stuff I kind of like certain sounds I like in certain songs, and I'll keep looking for more of that, and eventually I'll dive into the artist.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And yeah, I mean, just with so much music, man, sometimes you just let the automatic playlist go and just
Oh
it
yeah, man.
plays so
Yeah,
much different stuff that you still
yeah.
learn dope music. But let's take it back 15 years, man. And so you mentioned you've been doing it for that long. And so what was the catalyst that motivated you to say, "Hey, I'm gonna go try making some beats"? Like, what was that moment, man? Can you talk me through that?
Mm, I would say it's kind of like bittersweet in a sense. It came from it in high school. I had a friend who passed away. His name's Alvaro Campos.
Okay.
Um, he's the one who actually like uh kind of put the battery in my back to kind of just think about it.
Yeah.
But initially, I was just kind of, I guess, his like tech guy. You know, I was just like finding programs for him,
Yeah.
helping him out with stuff like that. And this around this time, there wasn't like a lot of programs.
Right. Okay.
right? So it's like Pro Tools was super expensive. We couldn't
Oh
afford
yeah.
it.
Hell no.
Um, I think it was some like regular audio editor that we were kind of like planning on using.
Yeah.
And then I pretty much kind of just left him and he kind of just started doing his own thing. And then slowly um, he kind of started bringing things to me to like check out. I mean, I had no clue what was going on. And after like he had passed away, I kind of like decided to kind of pick up doing music, but I
Yeah.
started initially rapping first.
Oh, crazy. I didn't know
Yeah,
that. Oh man.
yeah. I initially
Okay.
started rapping first, and obviously there wasn't beats that I kind of like I wanted to rap on.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna try to make my own, and that's when I kind of like slowly started kind of
Yeah.
making my own beats, and then eventually,
Out of
uh,
necessity. Yeah.
yeah, I just like the process more of beat making, so I
Okay.
just kind of stuck with that.
So you don't touch the mic anymore at all? Is it all production?
At all, just all production.
Oh, that's crazy, man. Well, I guess yeah, you gotta like go with what works the best for you. So that's awesome, man. So out of necessity, you figured out that you love producing more. So was that in high school when that happened?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
was it
That I
after?
mean, honestly, when the whole rapping thing was in high school, but like making beats, it wasn't until like maybe like I'm gonna say like 2010.
Okay. All
So
right.
it was just kind of like there was a few years I mean I was still kind of doing music, but I was just kind of just dabbling in it,
Yeah.
not really taking it serious. So when like 2010 came around, and obviously it got a little bit more serious, and then obviously that's when everything kind of happened for me.
Yeah. I tried, when I first started trying to make beats, which I don't do anymore. But that's I started using this program called Acid Pro. It's free online.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, but yeah, no, never no more, man. It's always fun, and I don't think I have the patience for it, man. But now, hey, man, you're a vet in the game, and so what kind of equipment are you using now, or what programs?
Honestly, I'm still using the same stuff I started with.
Oh shit, that's awesome.
Maybe just upgraded like the MIDI keyboard, but that's it. I'm still using FL Studio, and then
Nice.
obviously, it's kind of nice now what they offer. Like you kind of purchase it and you get the upgrades for lifetime. You don't have to like pay for upgrades, which is
Oh,
nice. So yeah, I've
yeah,
been
it's super
sticking to
dope.
the same thing.
Yeah, hey, do you play any instruments too, or is it all?
No instruments, just all sample based, all
Okay,
samples.
awesome, man. Are there any particular instruments that you gravitate towards that you like to look a lot, that like to use a lot? I'm sorry.
hmm Um, yeah, I would say like more towards like pianos and then Rhodes. There's like depending some guitar.
Yeah,
It just has to be I think like a certain acoustic or a certain pedal that they add to it.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I would say more like sounds that you could kind of like manipulate a little bit more.
Okay. Yeah, and I like your range too, man. Like I've been following you for a number of years now, man, and certain producers like to gravitate towards like certain BPMs that they're comfortable with. But I like your range, man. You operate from very slow to 100 something BPM too, so it's very
Yeah.
diverse, and I really appreciate that in terms of like the catalog of beats that you have. Now, as you were developing yourself as a producer, were there any certain producers that really influenced you that like, oh man, I dig so and so's production, and you kind of try to shape your stuff a little bit toward that way, or just producers that you like to listen to? Were there any that come to mind?
Honestly, when I first started, I
Hmm.
I mean obviously I knew there was like someone making the beats, but I never like looked into to see who it was until
Yeah.
I think I stumbled upon like an Alchemist old
Oh, okay.
Alchemist video from MTV,
Yeah.
and I was just like, oh, this is I didn't I mean obviously I didn't know who the hell he was. I didn't know.
Yeah.
And I kind of started looking into him, and then eventually found like Just Blaze, Pete
Yep.
Rock, Jay Dilla, Dr. Dre, let's see who else. Battle Cat, um, obviously The Alchemist, Havoc.
Okay. Yeah.
But I would say mainly like influenced my sound a lot. I would say more like I would say like Alchemist for sure.
Nice, yeah. Oh man, that's a great sound that they got out there. And with that, are you part of that generation where you didn't have to dig for samples, or were you part of that generation when you first started still digging for vinyl for samples, or did you go strictly all online when you started making beats?
Honestly, I when I first initially started,
Mm.
YouTube wasn't what it is now. There
Yeah,
was like,
for sure.
yeah, there was some old records on there, but it was like stuff that I think everyone had.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so obviously, yeah, I went digging a lot.
Nice.
Um, I like doing that, but the thing is too, it was like not that it was expensive. It's just like
Yeah.
storing everything. Storing the
Yeah.
the
Oh
records.
man, that's a
That's the
good
thing.
point.
Yeah, so I mean, once I kind of like started seeing there was a way I could sample audio off the internet into the DAW, I was
Yeah.
like, okay, this is gonna change stuff for me. And then obviously another thing I think a lot of producers kind of were like sleeping on, and I kind of caught onto it like early,
Yeah.
was all the samples that were being like made by other producers.
Oh,
So
crazy.
I noticed that, but at first there wasn't too much samples out there. I think it was
Yeah.
maybe just like one like really good sample library.
Yeah.
But I mean, eventually I think I just switched everything to, pretty much just off the internet, whatever I could
Yeah, I
find.
mean everybody's posting like obscure stuff these days, and
Oh
yeah,
man.
just so
Yeah.
much stuff, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so like yeah, it's pretty good. I like that everybody is trying to, there's like archives of analog samples that they're trying to digitize. So yeah, it's a producer's
Yeah.
world right now for sure, man. Yeah, and so did you have any favorite spots, man, in terms of digging, man? Where'd you like to dig
Mm,
at?
there there
What's
there was this there was this small I think it was like a thrift store. It was
okay?
in this other city around here
Yeah.
called Visalia. I used to always go there because it was always dead.
Oh yeah.
So I would always find all the good records, and the thing is, they had everything for like a quarter.
Yeah, yeah, that's the best. That's
Yeah, so
great.
I would walk out with stacks of stuff, and then I think eventually people kind of started talking about it, and you
Yes.
see people digging for stuff. I was like, okay,
Oh,
it's time to leave somewhere else.
yeah, yeah, and
Yeah.
stuff that got expensive, man. Then they started upping the price, a couple
Oh yeah, when they
bucks.
found out, yeah, they
Oh
started
man,
upping it.
yeah, that hurt the pocket, man, for sure. So yeah, I understand, but it makes sense though, man. Even DJs they digitize their collections, don't have to carry the crates anymore. So
I could imagine that, man.
hey, did you try anything else too? So you did beat making, rapping. Did you try to DJ at all or no?
I DJ'd once for Bamboo and Delano.
Really? Oh shit.
Yeah, once,
That's
but I mean,
dope.
it was I didn't really like DJ, but
Yeah,
it was
yeah, yeah.
just be there, make sure the song transitions to the next, his other set. But that's
Okay.
it. I mean, I haven't really done anything. I mean, I've been out like recently now. I've been getting into more like filmmaking,
Okay.
photography, stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm gonna talk about some of those videos that you make. But yeah. What about Central Cali, man? How do you like the scene there, man? The hip hop scene
Honestly,
happening?
man, I've kind of I wouldn't say I've had a bad experience, but at least the people I've dealt with
Yeah,
just kind of have left like a bitter taste and wanting to work with anyone here.
sure.
Obviously there's like people like Planet Asia out in
Oh yeah,
Fresno, and I obviously know people that know him. So they can make the connection, but it's just like I think I like the fact that I'm not like I guess really known here. There's some people that obviously know of me,
yeah.
but haven't really worked with anyone locally.
I gotcha. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you got your, you got, what you got going, man, already in motion, man. So it's not like you have to seek for people to work with, man. I'm
Yeah,
sure
yeah, because I
people are
mean,
reaching out to you. Yeah.
yeah, don't get me wrong, it is dope. I've have worked with a few people from
Yeah.
here, from the valley, and uh, it's been cool. But at the same time, they have I think they all kind of want to have that like I guess that Mozzie sound,
Okay.
that type of beat, and it's just like okay, like I mean not that I can't do that, but it's just like I wouldn't. That's not my
That's right. That's not what you prefer to make.
yeah. That's not what I prefer to make. Like it's cool. I like it. Like I like listening to it and everything,
Yeah.
but it's not something like I listen to on the daily. That's why I'm like I don't want to make it.
Yeah, very intricate, man. Your production, man. Is that like shit ton of layers, man, or um,
Sometimes it is,
yeah,
sometimes it's just the way the sample, and then
yeah,
I'll EQ certain stuff out,
okay,
and then add texture with other like plugins and stuff. And yeah, you just gotta like just, I guess my advice for that is
yeah,
just try different plugins. Just try
okay,
different effect plugins, and some of them do some weird stuff.
yeah,
I wouldn't know how to even explain it, but just yeah, just try different stuff.
yeah. And so, how hard was this, man? I remember this being maybe not difficult, but just quite interesting. Was the art of chopping up a sample, man, to where you want to get that? Was that quite difficult for you to learn, or
Honestly, it was. I didn't because I didn't know how to count bars or anything, so I didn't.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
That's
know,
right.
that's the thing.
That's right.
Yeah, I
Hey,
didn't.
so
And then
hey, tell me how you learned how'd you learn how to count bars, man? I noticed that everybody got different ways.
um, I forgot someone. I forgot someone broke it down to me, but they
Yeah,
broke it down to me in beats. They're like every one, two, three, four. That's
yeah,
one.
that's the
They're
way I
like
learned.
just yeah, like and then I was like, okay. So I was like, so what if it's faster? And then they kind of told me about the BPM and it's like it's gonna be the same four, and then they're like it just I was like,
Okay.
okay. And they're like, once you understand that, you will understand the other stuff. It'll come easier. And eventually, yeah, it did.
Yeah, yeah, that's the same way I learned, right?
Yeah.
And I still do that today, right? Count
Oh
one,
yeah,
two.
I definitely still do that too.
No, and I heard I don't know if you know the rapper Noriega. He say what he used to count them with whats and stuff. So, and
Uh-huh.
I've just heard different ways that people learn how to count bars, man. Is that yeah? For some reason, man, some people find it hard to count bars, man, and so everyone's like
Yeah.
it's just a learning process for it, man. So
It is, man. It is because I definitely have worked with someone that I literally gave them like it was someone did a verse, the hook was already
okay.
filled in, it's just filling this spot, right? Like
Oh,
just
right,
filling
right.
it.
The 16 bars.
It wasn't even 16, it was like 17 bars. I was like, what? Yeah, until like I had to like explain to him like, and I kind of helped him out. And eventually he learned
Yeah.
slowly.
Yeah, it's tricky, man. And I'm sure as a producer, man, you got that magic when you can chop it up. Have you ever had to chop verses and just separate them? That's pretty difficult too, man.
It is, man, because I mean sometimes it depending on the word,
Yeah.
like what word it ends in, and if it's in the transition into the next thing good. There's
Good
a
point.
lot of little things you gotta think about.
Yeah. So do you mix and master stuff too?
I mix. I mix for like I guess up and coming artists that don't really have a budget, and
Okay.
people that I'm working with. I'll mix for them, but mix as far as I say like as to the level like working with like anyone for Beatrock. No.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, that's awesome that you got you got the capability and knowledge of how to do it, man. And so, so with that, man, hey, man, you've been in the game for quite some time now, and you've seen it transition, and hip hop evolves, man. That's just what it
Hmm.
does. And so, how do you like the current state of hip hop, man?
Current dude, it's crazy because I've actually like thought of like I mean maybe because it's also I haven't really been making too much music either, just kind of been kind of laying low, but
Yeah.
thinking about that, I was like it's kind of I'm thinking it's kind of in a state right now where it's kind of going to transition to something else. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know, but I feel like whatever is coming, hopefully it's something good, something positive, something we could like build on.
Okay.
But yeah, man, I wouldn't. I mean, I don't say it's been the best, as far as like there's been like cool albums, but it hasn't been like
Yeah.
years before.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of just gotta seek out what you like, man, because there's so much
Yeah,
stuff, man. You know. Yeah.
yeah,
So I find that hard sometimes, man, just to find, yeah, just so much places to look for music, man. And so,
and see, and that's the thing too. Like, it's good too that like listening to other genres of music as well.
yeah.
I think to have because
Why?
then there's a bunch of hip hop stuff I haven't heard, so it's like, oh, let me check this stuff out now.
Yeah, yeah. There's stuff I got to go back to and stuff I've been meaning to listen to. But yeah, yeah. It's interesting, man. Yeah, I think you're right, man. It's interesting where it's transitioning, and we may see something new, man. So it's always good to see. Always trying to figure out like what makes it stick. That's always the interesting part to
And
me.
see, and that's yeah, that's the thing. Like, I mean, because what's another thing I've been seeing too? I think the thing that kind of has made this a little bit more difficult, I would say, like social media.
Yeah. Oh, why do you say that?
Because I honestly feel like a lot of people are just like, it seems like nowadays the way to actually like, I guess, get on is just kind of like push content.
Oh,
And it's
yeah.
like that just feels fake to a certain point. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
And I think that's just watered down a lot of the like the dope stuff. Or I wouldn't even say water it down, but more like, I guess, has put it. I wouldn't even say hide it, but kind of been saturated in a way. Because there's so much stuff coming out. So much music coming out, and I honestly don't feel like a lot of it's just one time listen. And that's it.
Dude, and that's like a struggle I have, man. And that's a great problem that you identified. Like sometimes I get caught up in it and I'm like, all right, I got to record as much music I can and just get it out, in a short amount of time. And then, and then another day I'll be like, you know what, man, let me just take my time with this thing and let me
Yes,
make sure where it's right. So I like have a trouble. I balance between back and forth, but I agree with you, man. It's social media has made it very easy and like the demand and the attention span
yeah,
people have these days.
and it seems like
Yeah,
songs are shorter too.
yeah,
See, that's another
albums,
thing.
albums, man.
Albums,
Yeah,
man.
like
Yeah,
12 tracks are like 20 something minutes, right, or something like that, right?
yeah. It's
Yeah,
something crazy. Yeah, and it's just like at least some songs that I've heard in the past, it's just like, damn, like this is too short. Like I wish this was a little bit longer. It'd be cool.
yeah.
But I mean, I guess it's for streaming.
Yeah, that's a good point, man. Oh man, the science behind it, man. Yeah, short for the attention span. I'm not sure, man, but yeah, that's a great point, man. So hey, man, I wanna talk about now about the work that you did with Beatrock, man. So how did that connection happen, man? How did that OJ meets Beatrock uh, combination happen?
That happened through my friend Rick,
Okay.
which quick little like kind of like I always found it funny, like when I found out that my friend Rick, and I guess he has a cousin named Kenny,
Okay.
is really good friends with Bam. So it was just kind of like crazy that I just found it crazy that now I'm cool with Kenny, and I've met I don't know, it was just trip to me. But I met Bam through Rick,
Okay.
which Rick had donated money to, I believe it was Sessions LA. I guess they were doing like a fundraiser, and one
Okay.
of their packages was like, I guess Bam and DJ Fatrick would come out and do like a workshop, for like the community and stuff like that. So they had this event in Visalia.
Okay.
So that's where, like, Bam and Patrick were gonna do their workshop at. And my friend Rick invited me. He's all like, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't not know who the hell Bam was.
Okay.
I didn't. I had a bunch of beats, but I didn't really, like, I guess, know rappers.
Yeah.
And my friend Rick told me, come through. I'll introduce you to this guy. If you're afraid to go up to him. I was like, cool. So I went. They did the workshop, and obviously it was like kind of like at the end of the thing. So they were kind of signing posters and stuff like that. So I just kind of walked up to him, and I remember there was like something I had heard like many times. It's like, at least this was the era when CDs were still prevalent.
Yeah.
So on the CD, not even the CD, they were like on the sleeve, write your name, your email, and your phone number.
Okay. Yeah.
So I left it like that, and before he could even say anything, I handed him. I told him, "Hey, I want to give you a beat CD."
Yeah.
He's like, "Okay, what's up?" And before he even like said anything, he looked and everything was already in there. So he was like, "Dude, he's all like that." Gave one to DJ Fratrick to make sure they did listen to it, and maybe like a couple months passed after that, and Bam reached out.
Oh wow, man. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's where the combination happened, man. And yeah,
Yep.
you got a lot of songs with them, man. And
Yeah.
so, and they got a great camp of rappers and musicians out there. So, yeah, you recorded, or I'm sorry, you produced a bunch for the Circa '91 Ruby Ibarra's album. Did
Ruby.
some
Yeah.
stuff from there, and so I'm interested in learning about the creative process between you two and some of the other artists. How was that experience when you put together the tracks for that album?
For Ruby's album.
Circa, yeah.
Well, here's the crazy thing about it. Me and Ruby didn't meet. Uh, we didn't meet for like that whole period. We didn't meet. I think it's to like maybe one of the shows that they had.
Oh, okay.
But it was all via email, and honestly, I was afraid to send her beats at first when Bam first initially kind of sent the icebreaker email to me and her to kind of start working together.
Okay.
Because obviously she's a producer too, so I was just like,
Oh, I didn't
you
know
know,
that. Oh,
yeah,
crazy.
she produces too, so it was just kind of like, at least for me at that time, I was like, I guess have sending beats to another producer kind of didn't make sense, but I was like, you know what? She raps too. Let me send them to her. She liked certain beats, and then we kind of like went back and forth. She kind of like would tell me what she was looking for. I would send her a bunch of stuff,
Okay.
and then I think it was the beat for 7,000 miles. That one she
Oh, I didn't
picked.
realize you did that one. I like that song too, man. That's
Yeah,
that's dope.
she
Yeah.
she picked that beat off of IG,
Oh,
off the
crazy.
IG post I was making. Yeah, and pretty much we kind of worked on it. And she kind of sent me like ideas of the way that she wanted the drums to sound,
Okay.
and then we were just kind of going back and forth with it.
Wow. Okay. Awesome, man.
Yeah,
Hey, that sounds pretty fun. Yeah, and you're right, man. Sending beats to another producer, right? So you can imagine
yeah, because it
the
was just like,
specifics
damn,
that they're looking for. They understand, right? More.
exactly. They understand. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And then you obviously did a lot of tracks with Bamboo as well. Pray, Exercising a Demon,
Mm,
Article One. And so, what's the process like with him when you were working those songs and some other stuff that you've done? Is it similar? You just
mm,
did everything over email, or did you ever do beat sessions? With him in the same room, where you
I
figure it out?
wanted, I've been wanting to do that, but it's yeah, it's been hard. Everyone has stuff going on, but
Yeah.
um, here's a funny thing. Me and after like we initially like met, me and Bam really didn't communicate. It was all communication through Fatty.
Oh, crazy.
So
Okay.
so yeah, so when we were working, or when he picked the beats for one rifle per family,
Yeah.
it was all through Fatty. Fatty was
Ah,
the one who was communicating for us, and then I think it was around the time when Party Worker, I guess they were gonna like start it.
yeah.
He actually like reached out, like he called me, or I think he
Yeah.
actually first texted me. He texted me, and then we kind of got on the line. And he told me that they were working on the album.
Yeah.
He just started sending him beats, and then obviously he was like picking beats from like all the beats I was sending. I was sending him like 100 beats per like email.
Oh shit. That's
Yeah,
dope.
so he was just like
Nice.
kind of picking stuff out, and then it's like make more stuff like this, and then yeah, eventually we got it. Obviously, I didn't know they were gonna do it the way they did it. Like
Yeah.
the way they kind of had it, but for Pray that was kind of like the similar concept too,
Okay.
but that one I did end up going to LA for I think it was like the beginning when they first kind of initially started recording it, him and Fatty, but it was just they were just recording. I was just there pretty much just kind of observing, watching what they were doing.
Yeah.
But as far as like putting the songs together, that was like I think I don't know if it was Bam's or Fatty's ideas that meshed the songs,
Yeah.
but I mean that the whole meshing was like DJ Fratrick did that. I had
Ah,
nothing to do
got it.
with
That
it. He
makes
was
sense.
just yeah, he
Yeah.
just picked I guess the way he did it, or the way he explained it to me, is he picked beats that were like kind of like the same BPM and in the same key.
Right.
And obviously him being a DJ and a producer too, obviously it was easy for him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another point, man. As you were talking about that, it was probably tough to get together because you were in Central Cali and they were in Southern Cali,
Yeah.
and there was a big distance between you guys, and so I mean that's the benefit of being able to do everything online and still be able to make dope music. So that's cool insight into that, man. And I think the final one I want to touch from the Beat Rock family is the stuff that you did with Prometheus Brown,
Hmm.
East West Joint. I really like that song a lot too, man. That was super
Yeah.
dope. And so he's based out of Seattle, Washington, and I'm sure that stuff was online. But did you do more stuff with him too, as well, for any of his projects? I know he had Sabzi for a little bit,
Um
but I'm not sure who's doing the production for him now.
Honestly, no, I sent Gio some stuff. He has a bunch of my beats.
Yeah,
I think I'm not sure if he has, because I know he did pick two more beats, but I don't know what he was going to use that for.
yeah,
But I did send him the stems for it, and then obviously that one beat he had on his last EP that he put out, I
yeah.
was obviously aware of that one. But I mean, um, yeah, me and him don't really like, I guess, as far as like having a lot of music, we don't have a lot of music together. I mean, I definitely would like to work with him,
Yeah.
but I mean, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, definitely, man. Well, I had to shout that song out because I really enjoyed it too, as well. And so, hey, I'd be interested to hear. So, as a producer, man, you always send out hundreds and tons of beats, man, and then sometimes the turnaround for getting the song back is always different, man, depending on the MC. Some pump them out quick,
Man.
some are slow as hell. So, is that?
Uh,
Oh man, let me hear your thoughts on that. Is it
oh man.
frustrating?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, here's
Oh shit.
here's the thing, man. I already know like certain artists like in the room could work, have amazing work ethic. They boom knock out. Even if that they were just like freshly write the verse, they'll get it done.
Damn.
Get it done in a good weekend. Get a couple of songs done. I know artists that would do that, but getting songs back, man, that takes forever.
Oh, I bet, dude.
It is just like, and
I
especially
bet.
when it's something that kind of like that's why I haven't done a compilation because I know people are busy, so it's just like
Yeah,
that would take forever to get back.
yeah, yeah. My homie, he put out a song just recently, and he did it with some people I'm very fond of.
Hmm.
That song was sick, man. And like, what was the turnaround time for that? He goes, dude, I forgot about that song. It was done 2 years ago. I was like, oh shit, dude. So
Damn.
yeah, so that I think that's quite long, and I'm guilty, man, of that too as well,
But
man.
you know what though? I understand, because I get it. People are busy, but then you got those times where it's like way too long.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah. No, you're right, man. You're absolutely right, man.
like I'm considerate. It's that people say, hey, I'll get it to you like in a couple weeks. Cool. I'm not. But then if it's been a year, I don't. I'm not expecting it anymore. Like don't send it.
Yeah. No, I
Um,
hear you, man. Yeah, I thought I'd
but
ask that question. That's the first time I actually ever asked that question. I'm gonna continue to ask that
so
question.
so here's my question to you then. When in that, what's your process during that time? Like, is it life happening, or are you just like not interested in the song, or like what happened?
No, man. I mean, I know that I like the beat, right? So I can
Hmm.
identify a beat that I like within the first 16 bars, man. At least hey,
Nice.
even quicker than that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's multiple things. One is either with whatever I got going on in life. It's tough, but sometimes it's just like the beat is intimidating. It's so fucking dope,
Mm,
and I
yeah.
never want to like in my idea, I'm like, dude, I want to do a song about X, Y, and Z. And then I'm like, fuck, I don't think the lyrics are up to par with the dopeness of the beat, man. And so I'm always afraid to waste the beat, right? And so, especially if I've never worked with the dude before, man. And so, yeah, those are the couple things, man. And I think I mentioned earlier, just I toss back and forth between like getting content out and just put it out. And so fuck it, it's never gonna
Yeah.
be a perfect song, or fucking make it the perfect song because this is gonna be your legacy after you die, right? And
Yeah.
fuck,
Well,
it's tough, man.
do you ever just like record, I guess, initially what like certain lyrics you write down, record them to see what it sounds like, and then you're like, oh, now let me try something new?
No, no, I haven't done that. And so usually I like to have the stuff written. Like I need to have the 8 bars or the 16 bars done before I have the balls to record it. So I'm one of those dudes. I have to practice the verse like X, Y, and Z
Mm,
times. But I think I'm at a point now where I can just record off the off the cuff now. Like as
oh,
okay, I
okay.
got 16 bars. I can record now, and I have a sound that I'm comfortable with. But yeah, man, I just maybe I don't know. I'm just my toughest critic, man. When
I
it
think,
comes to
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
What about you, man? How many times have you gotten to a full beat and then you've scratched the session? You're like, fuck this. I don't like this beat anymore. Do you do that
I
a lot? No.
I did that up to like maybe 2 years ago.
Oh, oh shit. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the only reason why I stopped is because like Ruby told me, "Shall just save all your beats, like save everything."
Oh wow.
And eventually, yeah, I've saved them, and yeah, eventually, yeah, I definitely have gone back,
Yeah.
um, and obviously fixed some, saved some of the beats, and then sent them out.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to get right or
Oh yeah, man. Oh, and I
yeah.
think here's another thing too. Like, it's crazy. you don't like really realize it because I mean, there's been times that I posted beats that I didn't like, and it's like
Uh-huh.
someone just like loved it. It's like, damn, this beat sucked, But it's just like, I mean, if someone likes it, what
Yeah.
you want me to do?
Yeah, dude, that's funny because some of my albums have like tracks that were potential throwaways that like for whatever reason they stayed on the album, and then I won't say the title, but fuck, that's the song that people latch onto, man. I'm like, what the
Yeah,
fuck, dude?
and
Yeah,
that's the crazy thing too. But then I think that's where it goes to, like you said, we are our biggest critics too,
yeah.
So it's like, you know,
Yeah, I have songs that I fucking love, and to this day that like nobody gives a fuck about. It's always the songs that I'm like, whoa, man. Like I was sure that this was the fucking banger for sure, but yeah, yeah, it's a wide range, man. I'm always surprised with reactions. And how often like do you send beat packs to like people you work with that you think that hey, I'm gonna tailor this beat pack to this MC, and then you get like outrageous responses, not kind of miss the mark. And does that happen often, or is it always just you
I
set some
think
beats and you
I've
design based on it?
sent it's been a while since I've actually sent beats out.
Okay.
But the last people I've sent beats to has been by
Okay.
Rocky G.
Yep.
Um, I think I sent Ruby a beat like during the pandemic.
Okay.
Let me see who else. Gio, I always sent him beats. Basically, I would say mostly everyone from like Beatrock,
Yep.
like the last ones. But like usually when I do that, I like it when they let me know if they're working on an album or if it's
Yeah.
if they want to work on something together, what they're looking for. I'll send like a first general pack, just to see what they like, and then they kind of pick what they like, and then eventually like, okay, you want to just do a bunch of like stuff that kind of sounds the same, or you want this
Yeah.
certain feel, and then I'll
Uh-huh.
kind of just go from there, and then start making a bunch of beats in whatever they're kind of looking for.
Yeah. You
Yeah, and
kind of
just go from
tailor
there.
it. Oh, that's
Yeah.
dope, man. Hey, what I like what you have, I don't know how long you've been doing it, but I really like the behind the bar series videos that you've been doing. And
Mhm.
it's awesome. I love the behind the scenes, always, like certain songs, admire it as its final form in the masterpiece that you've created. But I love like how you take us in and tell us how you put that beat together. What inspired you to start doing those videos?
Content, man.
Yeah.
Content. No, honestly, I think the whole starting my own thing kind of like I
Yeah.
always need to let people like I'm a naturally shy person,
Okay.
so just like naturally I'm kind of like I'd rather just be like to myself, if I'm not
Okay.
being bug cool, but since I decided to start my own thing, I was like kind of have to like there's kind of has to be a face to everything, kind of let people know the type of person I am, show my
Yeah.
personality a bit. But that's really about it. Just just kind of have the content, get people more familiar with me.
Yeah, I hope you continue to do it, man. I really enjoyed the ones that you did for Rocky Rivera, the Like You,
Yeah.
Rocky's Revenge, that title track, King of the Swamps. That was really fun. And in terms of frequency, how often are you going to be doing it, and how long does it take you to cut a video like that?
Uh, Honestly, I like for example, like when I first started them, it was just kind of like sporadic, moment, just boom, started shooting them. And then I realized like, okay, like if I could just bulk shoot everything
Yeah.
either in one day or if I have like a few hours open, depending on what album it is, I'll shoot the whole. I'll get the list of all the beats and then shoot everything within a few hours, and then um, depending on like the song,
Hmm.
um, it'll probably take me like maybe 10 minutes to edit the video on my phone.
Oh, wow. Oh, dude, you do it on the phone.
Everything's
Sick.
on my phone. Everything's on my
Oh,
phone, man.
yeah. What do you? What app do you use to cut everything up?
I use CapCut. It's free.
Oh,
It's
that's what I use too. I love it, man.
CapCut. CapCut. It's amazing what you could do with it.
Oh man, I was like outsourcing video editing for a while. And you're gonna trip
Mhm.
out, man. My little girl was like, "Dad, just use CapCut. It's so easy." Because she was like making snippet videos for fun, right? On
Oh,
TikTok.
that's tight.
dude. And I was like, oh man, I said I need to because it's like it adds up, right? Outsourcing video editing and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I tried, and it was with these podcasts, man, that I started doing. So she put the app. She's 9, dude. She put it on my desktop, and I gave it a shot. And I
And
was
that's
like,
the
dude,
crazy thing too. That's what I like about it. There's a desktop version and a mobile version.
I freaking love it, man. Yeah, I haven't
Bro.
dipped on the phone version though. It's super easy on the phone.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You
Really?
could I've had so many videos like stacked running at once and there's no lag.
Oh, dude, man, I'll give it a shot. I don't know, maybe I got fat fingers or something, man. I don't know. I'll give it a shot. But yeah, I'm really comfortable with the desktop version, and I'm starting to at least be able to cut quite easily. And then I got to learn the more complex stuff, which I just started like last year, so
Hmm.
super
Yeah,
dope.
it's that's what I'm saying. Like that's why like I'm glad I also found this because I could do more of the
Mhm.
film stuff. Like I'm kind of want to do without having to
Yeah,
spend a lot of money on getting a software to edit, you know?
yeah, yeah, most definitely, man. And so you mentioned films, and
Hmm.
so not everybody has a song on the movie soundtrack like yourself, man. So you got a song "Taking Names" that's on the Lumpia with a Vengeance
Yeah.
soundtrack, and so was that. How did that happen, man? Was that song already done, and then they just chose it for the soundtrack, or did you specifically produce that song for that movie? How did that work?
That one's actually off of Ruby's Circa 91 album, Taking
Okay,
Names.
okay,
And then I believe that one was, I'm not sure who actually like put that together, but I'm pretty sure it was through like Ruby and
yeah,
Beatrock and just because they, I mean, they know a bunch of people, so it was just like I'm pretty sure
yeah.
somehow through there they probably reached out to them and asked for like music that they could use, and obviously like why wouldn't they, you know?
Yeah, and I think I saw it on vinyl too, right? It's
Oh
on
yeah,
vinyl.
I have I actually hold on, yeah, actually hold
Yeah,
on,
you
watch.
have it. Let's see it, dude.
Hold up, yeah, it's actually right here. Look.
Dope, man.
Yeah. And
Oh
it's
shit.
crazy too. What's crazy about this, I actually have two songs on here.
Oh, what's the other track?
I have For Real with Bam,
Okay, I'll have
and
to look
then
at
obviously
this.
Taking Names. Yeah.
Yeah, taking names. Obviously, as you mentioned from the Circle album, I really like that with Bam, Ruby, and Nump. So you work with
Hmm.
Nump too as well, or is it mostly just
We
Bam and Ruby?
we meet in when was it? I think it was at the beginning of 2021. We kind of like got in contact. Obviously he's doing his thing, so every now and then we'll kind of just touch base. But I
Yeah,
mean, I definitely do want to work with him now.
I think he's from San Francisco, right? Or is he from the Bay
Yeah,
Area?
he's from the Bay Area.
Yeah, I saw him when they performed. Ruby did a show out here, and I think yeah, Nump was the other guy that they did a Honolulu show. So really dope, really nice guy, man. So
Oh yeah,
dope.
he's super cool.
But with that, man, you're talking about trying to find out ways to help continue to push content because you want to start your own production thing. And so yeah, I also like the other thing that you do, which is Free Beat Friday, and those opportunities are awesome, man. That you showcase beats,
And
and it's a
here's
great way to
okay.
network too as well.
Can I ask you something? Since you obviously hit me about those beats, but here's the thing:
Yeah.
do artists like? Because I have got some artists that obviously have hit me up and obviously sent them out with no issue. But I would think there would be more artists wanting a free beat.
Man.
Or how does that work? Do artists not want free beats? Because I mean, I don't want anything crazy. It's just like let's go 50-50. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, and that's fair. Oh man, let me think about that one, man. Let me think about that. That's good.
Or maybe the whole algorithm's not being shown. I don't know, you know?
So I think that's
That's
part of
probably
it.
it.
Yeah, marketing for sure.
Yeah.
And it depends, man. Like I have a stable of folks that I work with, and so and I've got this problem too where I overbook my not schedule, but if I could make music with you know I could do a million projects, I would. And sometimes I have a tendency of like starting too many things all at the same
Uh,
time. But, but yeah, man, I mean, with a producer of your caliber, dude, yeah, like I imagine like people are knocking on your door to try to get a no J beat, man. And so I,
but I
I,
think,
I got one that's on the, and I sent you the vinyl, man, the Sankofa one.
oh yeah, that, yeah.
Yeah, and that's one of my favorite songs, man, that I did with Sankofa, who is a mutual friend of your friend, Faith Tantia. And
Yes, that
oh,
that tripped me out when she brought that up. Like she messaged me hella random, shady, and I was like, yeah, I was like, they've been. And honestly, I'll be honest, because obviously never followed you guys, so I didn't
yeah.
know who you guys were. Because the pictures I seen, I was like, oh, maybe these are just like younger kids. You know what I mean? So, and that's what
Oh,
she told me.
son
I was
of
like,
a
wait. I
bitch.
was like, wait, hold on. I was like, wait, these are like older guys. She's like, yeah. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I thought they were younger.
Dude,
That's dope though
it's
when she
the
brought that up though.
weirdest shit, man. Because I'd never known Faith until recently. I mean, I knew of her music, but Sankofa is a rapper from the '90s, man. You know, really big following, and so we started at the same time. Him and John Doe, and so we all eventually, you know, came back and connected in some way. And I had no idea, like, Faith's husband was in an MC group with the guy John Doe, who's the third MC on there. And it was
Mm.
just crazy, small circle, man. And then it was like, hey, you know, Faith is Spawn's wife, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Just the network of you know, people is really smaller than I
Yeah.
thought. But really cool, man. And so yeah, that was one of our favorite tracks on that album. Here we go, man. So that's a OJ the producer beat, man. Very excited that we got something on the books. I used another one. I forgot, man. I don't know if I sent it to you, man. I need to. It's on a 7-inch, man. I put it on a lathe cut.
I
Yeah.
remember you told me about it, but you didn't. You never sent it. I never checked it out. I never heard it.
Oh my God. Okay, I have it, and I know, man. Let me look for it, man. I have it, man. And it's another dope song that I really like, dude. Your shit's sick, man. I love your music, man. But yeah, you're right, man. I think it's just the algorithm, man. In my opinion,
I think
maybe.
because that's what I was thinking too. Because it's like, okay, those behind the beats get amazing traction. Like
Mm.
they get like, I'm looking at the numbers. It's like, okay, like I could definitely see people like this stuff.
Yeah,
Then I'm like, how the hell could I get like a free beat video to
yeah.
seem eye catching? I don't know. It's just. I think I'm thinking just putting it out just straight out. Letting people know, hey, here's a free beat. Hit me up.
What do you attach hashtags to it too as well? I've heard
Honestly,
that's
I've been hearing that that's kind of working again because for a long time
okay.
apparently it wasn't, but
Okay.
apparently now it's kind of like it's helpful.
Okay. I got to study that, man. I heard, you know, my friends always telling me to add that, right, to expand the
Yeah,
reach.
yeah.
Um,
Man. That's social media. It's something different. Like
yeah, yeah,
like it's
yeah.
especially when you want your work out there and you want people to see it and stuff like that. Just like man, like I gotta learn how to do this tuna.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, and
but I mean,
I know you're part of your generation younger than me, and so are you part of the camp still that believes that you should have physical copies of your products, or are you part of the I like all digital, man? How do you feel about that?
I would say have physicals, like as
Yeah,
far as like vinyl. Because now here's the thing now, like apparently the reason why vinyl, I guess, in a sense, became popular now is guess it's like a novelty. People have something, people want something physical still.
yeah,
They obviously they're still gonna buy the music, but they're gonna buy the actual physical thing.
yeah,
And that's why I think vinyl are so cool now. Like there's different colors,
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
the layouts are crazy, so it's like I get it. But yeah, no, I think if you have, you know, a good fan base, a good following, and you're able to at least like move some vinyl. I would say, yeah, still I would say still have some sort of like physical product still with your music on it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, all the stuff that you did with Beatrock, do you own physical copies of those and stuff?
Yeah, it's crazy too. I read like maybe not so long ago I got the vinyl for One Rifle,
Oh,
Circle
nice.
91, and then
Yeah.
some of Classy's the first EP I worked on with for Classy, and then some like test pressings of some of the other stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it's
Yep.
always good. Yeah, I'm a big believer in physical product. I just like having it. That's just how old folks think, man. So
Yeah, man. I honestly think because I mean, if you think about it, digital, yeah, it's cool, like, but then again, it's like I think it's just cooler just to have a vinyl or even a cassette,
yeah,
you know?
yeah, and I think it's the collector in me too, man. So I also like
Yeah.
collect music, man. And I remember certain certain people that I sought out their first albums, and just the search for that album, man, was always fun, right? And I've got stuff
Yeah.
that people look for. I'm like, damn, I wish I could give you one, man, and it just doesn't exist anymore, man. And like our first album, which we just fucking printed out at Kinko's, man. Like, I'm sorry, man, I just don't have that, man.
Damn.
it's all on YouTube, right? I mean, like,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, hey,
So
man,
what about you
that's
as an
good.
artist though? Like, do you prefer doing that, having like physical over digital?
I do. I like physical, but you got to complement it with digital, right? Because
Hmm.
with physical, you just you can't guarantee that people are going to buy it, right? And
Yeah.
so you got to come to odds, and you gotta adapt, right? So I know I got to have the digital catalog on Spotify and all those other
Oh
platforms,
yeah.
and it's a struggle, right? And you don't really get as you got thousands of streams, and you're like getting pennies on the pennies.
Pennies, man. And then even now with the
Yeah.
way they're doing it now too, like the whole I think the threshold's like 1,000.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure it's gotten tighter, man.
Yeah, it's like what the fuck?
Yeah, yeah. No, and I like physical copies, but sometimes you can only buy them in bulk, and yeah.
Hmm.
So, but I'll always try to have a physical copy of some sort to complement the digital release. And so nowadays, I just want to get my music out there and just have it there, and exceed my lifetime, and just but I do enjoy the physical aspect of it, man. I was part
Yeah.
of that generation that had to go out, and you had to have product, man, when you were going out and performing and stuff, and
I
just
kind of miss that.
I know,
I kind of miss that, man.
yeah. Yeah, just trying to convince people to buy my album and stuff. I remember those
Yeah,
days.
just like
It's
yeah,
fun.
like it yeah, I kind of I mean, I think there's just still one dude that I always see in Visalia by the freeway. He's always selling CDs, bro, for
His stuff.
$5. And he moves CDs, bro. He'll make it $300 a day.
Oh, that's great, man. Oh man,
It's just like,
support dudes like that
damn.
still grinded, man. Hey,
Yeah.
what about beat tapes? Do you have any, like, I know you got stuff on people's albums. Did you ever make a
Hmm.
beat tape and make physical product with it too, or no?
Well, that's why I'm hoping once I start this, get this more rolling. I obviously do want to do that.
Okay, awesome, man. I look forward to it, man.
Yeah, because yeah, that's definitely an idea I've thought about, even vinyl. But the thing is, obviously, vinyl be a little bit, trying to like move that, and then
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I think a set would be a little bit better, a little bit more novelty, and kind of like a beat tape type of thing.
yeah, most definitely, man. And so you've been doing it just close to 20 years now, man. And so what motivates you to continue making music, man? Why do you still do it, and what drives you to still make these beats, man?
Um, Honestly, man, I would say most of the time is just boredom. My mind races too much. Like
Oh, okay.
there's always shit going on in my head. There's always ideas I'm having. So I think that because I mean, obviously painting used to be my thing, kind of my
Oh,
outlet to be creative. So now it's just like music's the same, you know?
yeah. No, I hear you, man. Yeah, I'm like that too, man. When I got like downtime, like all I want to do is just write, man. And so yeah, I
Yeah.
feel let's just make music, man. Well, it's good, man. And so with that, so you mentioned rapping. Didn't do DJing, any graffiti. Did you try anything else aside from?
I didn't try graffiti. I liked it, I was I guess I don't know, would you say a fan of it? I couldn't do it. I'll be honest, I couldn't
Yeah.
do it, but just seeing some of the dudes, like some of the stuff that was graffitied out there, and even sometimes there would be like bigger graffiti names coming out here in the Central Valley, and
Yeah.
just seeing stuff that they would do, it's just like, like that. I know I admired it. I admired the, even though I didn't fully understand it, I just
Yeah.
admired, the pieces that they would, do.
Yeah. Yeah. I love graffiti. And what about b-boying, man? You ever try it out, man? Are you a dancer?
I could dance, but not b-boy dance. Hell no.
All right. Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm actually a failed guy at all those except for rapping, man. So
Oh, so you dabbled in everything.
I tried it all, man, and finally figured out it was rapping, man.
You're like, it's my strong suit. Now that's cool though. I think that's cool. I mean, like b-boying. I always found that interesting, but it's just like you got to be like dumb strong. Like some of these people just the core strength that some of these people have.
Oh yeah, man. So, but
Is
like you said, man, I'm a fan of it all. I love
oh
hip
yeah.
hop in general, and yeah, this one just stuck with me, man. So super dope, man. Well, good, man. Well, hey, man, music, you love it, man. Hey, what about what you like to do outside of music? What do you do for fun?
Man, honestly, I'm a fucking boring person.
Ah,
Like
can't be, man. Can't be.
I'm a homebody, man. I'm a homebody, but I'll be honest, I do enjoy going on hikes, like long hikes.
Yeah.
Um, even if it's somewhere like just flat, long walks, just I know I'm simple, man. I don't I don't do much if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do enjoy, going on hikes. What else do I eat? Maybe trying new food for sure. Even though like for a while I had lost my taste buds, maybe to like a couple months ago, I slowly noticed them they were coming back.
Oh, okay, good.
So yeah, starting to enjoy food again. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't do much, man.
Yeah, that's right, man. It's a good point that you showcase some of the hikes that you've done at the start of the year. And you come to Hawaii, man. We got a lot of dope hikes here, man. We'll take you out on some good hikes.
I need to
Yeah.
go out there. I had recently found out, like not like a while back, my sister-in-law has family out there.
Oh, crazy, man. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Honolulu area or one of the other
Ah,
islands?
I'm not sure, but I want to say yes. I'm not
Okay.
100% sure, but yeah,
All right, man. Hey, good food and good hikes, man. If that makes you
man,
happy, come on by, man.
that would be
So,
awesome right there.
yeah, most definitely, man. So, all right, man. Let me see. So, we're talking about food, man. All right, what is your favorite Mexican dish, man?
I'll be honest. Ooh, Mexican dish. Damn.
That's tough. That's tough. Uh,
That's a tough one, man. Because
yeah.
here's another thing too. Because like I don't. There's certain stuff I just don't eat. Like dairy, I don't eat. But then there's Mexican dishes that have
Yeah.
cheese. It's like
Cheese,
damn.
man.
Like like
That's tough, man.
that's a tough one. But you know what though? If that wasn't the issue, I'd probably say like chile rellenos for sure.
Oh God, yeah, that's so
For
good.
sure, bro.
Yeah, and that's
Especially in
not
the
Mexican.
winter. In the
Yeah. Oh,
winter.
whew, man. Yeah, Mexican is like my favorite. My favorite food in general in terms of like ethnic foods, man. All right, man. And so, what about just like food in general, man? So, outside of Mexican, do you have another favorite type of food?
I would say pad thai for sure.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's
Oh
like
man.
go to all the time right there, man.
Oh man, you're talking to Filipino. No love for the pancit,
Yeah.
man. Or what?
Honestly, there's a bunch of stuff I've been seeing like, like throughout the years, Ruby and them post and then ban. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is that? Like, I need to try that.
Hey,
No,
this
there's
probably
definitely stuff I want to try out though for sure.
dude, this probably given, man. I mean, you can't be on the lumpia soundtrack and not like lumpia, right? Yeah.
Bro, yes, yes. Those are definitely good, and we get those a lot from my sister-in-law when they're like her side of the family. Like
Okay.
they I guess they get together and they do that. They usually send something over.
Okay. Well, hey, man, if you're a homebody, man, homebodies love to watch movies, man. What's your favorite comedy movie of all time?
Man,
That's always a
that's a
tough one.
good one. Damn, see that's a good one right there. I would say Don't Be a Menace.
Oh, classic.
That's yeah,
Yeah.
classic. I've always every time I watch that movie, it's the same laughter as from when I remember it. Like it doesn't
Yeah.
get old to me.
Yeah. That's good. And it had a dope soundtrack to it, too, man.
Oh, that too, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, so that's a good point, man. So yeah. So yeah, I don't think movies and soundtracks are the same these days, man. I don't know, maybe just me growing up. I used to like the Above the Rim soundtrack and Menace to
That was a good
Society.
soundtrack too.
Oh man,
Yep.
those were good movie soundtracks, man. So I don't know if I'm looking for movie soundtracks these days, but I remember
I don't think
that
they're the
being
same
dope.
anymore, like you said right now.
Yeah,
I don't think they like kind of put the time the way they used to think it's just now. They just grab a bunch of artists,
yeah.
make songs, boom, here's a soundtrack.
Oh yeah, maybe because of name, right? Versus like
Yeah.
the songs
Versus act
designed to help.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point, man. All right, well, with that, hey, you told me that you are Mexican descent, man, and so pretty similar to Filipino parents. the way that they spank their kids. I know. I remember when I was growing up, I was getting slippers, big wooden spoons, and oranges.
Everything,
Man,
bro.
and I okay, and I heard Mexican parents are creative too, man. Is
Bro,
that a true statement?
bro, you get a TV thrown at you, bro.
Oh no, man.
Yes, bro, you get a TV thrown at you. It was like a small ass
Oh
TV with the
no.
ones with the big backs. Oh
Yeah.
man, yeah, I
Oh,
remember that.
oh damn, that's a good one, man. I haven't had that happen to me.
Oh no, yeah, but yeah, definitely they get creative for sure.
Oh man, okay. So y'all on the same level as us,
Yeah,
man.
oh, definitely same level.
A lot of mutual respect for sure, man. Hey, so with that, thanks, man. So what are you currently working on, man? You mentioned that you're trying to get the production company
Hmm.
stood up, and so any other projects that you want to talk to me about that you're currently working on?
As far as let me see, as far as stuff that I could really like, I guess say, um, let me see. I'm working with this dude from Salinas.
Okay.
Gonna just start putting out a bunch of singles with him, just to kind of
Okay.
like see what we could do off of the. We have like I think like 10 songs already done,
Oh,
but
damn.
it's just a bunch of like different songs. It's not like really cohesive. So I told him let's just put them out individually, see what sounds good, and go
Okay.
ahead that way. And then just kind of just to see what we could do together. See how I guess the the fans or support reacts to the
Yeah.
music. And then obviously with Marco Kane, I'm working with him
Okay.
on we actually been working on this album for a while already, but I think it's kind of coming down, getting
Yeah.
finalized and stuff like that. But working
Are
with
you doing
him.
the production for Marco Kane's entire album?
No, Fat Gum.
Oh,
Okay,
mix.
so here's the thing. That the way that became a two-part, like I guess like a double disc album I guess in a sense,
Okay.
was when we were making the beats. Initially, me and Fat Gums were supposed to like work on the beats together.
Okay.
But when it came down to it, we just kind of like Marco just kind of picked the beats that he wanted to use, and we pretty much tried to like track list the songs that we had, and it didn't sound good. Like it
Okay.
just there were just different style of beats, and there was no way. It just the arrangement didn't make sense either. We all took a turn to see what sounded good, and yeah, it
Okay.
didn't. So eventually, we just kind of came down to it, and Fagum suggested we do a double disc, and I was like, I'm all for it, because
Nice.
it just made more sense that way. Because Fagum stuff was more like on, I guess, like on the boom bap side,
Okay.
and then my stuff was kind of obviously like on like a little bit more weird trappish type of stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, it just initially that's the way we went, and yeah, that dude recorded like 10 songs in one like couple hours.
Damn. Whoa.
He was
Like
yeah like
like he wrote the songs and then
Oh no,
recorded.
he just came just recorded everything. I think there was a few there was a few songs he did have to like rewrite a certain stuff or rearrange his verses, but
Yeah.
besides that, he just came knocked them out
That is
quick.
crazy, man. Some people are
Yeah,
just amazing like that, man.
yeah, that's see, and it's dope when you could find someone like that. Because
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you just like there's time, or I don't know about you, but do you write just songs just to write like without a beat, or do you need a beat?
Ah, good question, man.
That's
Good
because
fucking
I'm
question.
I'm interested in that.
Good question, dude. I am a person that tries to write to the beat at all times.
Okay.
Of the within the last year, though, I have a good friend that doesn't write to beats when he writes the song.
Mm,
And so he said, "Hey, you should try that." And I'm like, "Okay, well, I like to like I feel like I need to my lyrics need to hug the beat. I don't know if that makes sense, but
like,
I try to like
yeah.
paint the words over like the drums and try to hang it and slur it with the drums or the instrument that's going on. But
Hmm.
I've started try I'm starting to do that now. Right sometimes without the beat, especially when I'm doing double time raps. Because
Oh, okay.
sometimes, yeah, so I'll write it without the beat and then record. But yeah, that's a good question, man. For the longest time, I did not want to write without a beat, man.
Yeah, because I've always found that interesting because I've obviously met people that just write songs to write them and then they just find the beat. And it's just like,
Wow,
I don't like, like that's crazy.
that's a great question, man. That's a great question. I've
Yeah.
never asked that, and I'm gonna ask that in future ones
Yeah,
too.
yeah, because it's interesting, it's like I'm just curious too, just to see how people's brains work, because I do know some people will prefer the beat just to kind of set the vibe of stuff,
Yeah, that's right. I use it to
you
drive
know?
the topic that I'm writing about too,
Ah,
man.
yeah, 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 for
Yeah.
sure.
So damn, that's a good one, man.
Yeah,
That's
that's a
I
good
really
question.
think.
Yeah,
I'm sure I probably answered it all weird, but yeah, I got to think about that more. That's a good one. Well, good, man. Hey, I look forward to the Marco Kane project and whatever you have coming out, and with that MC from Salinas, man. I'm always hanging and just looking out to see what you got going on, man. So I love the catalog of beats that you got, and continue to push that free beat Friday. I love it, man. Everything that you're doing, man, it's great, man. Very
thank you.
inspirational, and I appreciate the time and trying to make this interview happen. So I'm glad we finally got it locked down. And so, in terms of like for folks going out to listen to your music, what is your preference? Do you want them going out to your Bandcamp or on digital streaming platforms? What's your preference?
Mm, honestly, it doesn't really matter because the Bandcamp stuff, it's I guess it's more projects for me,
Yeah.
but I just sharing them with people. But yeah, just stream anything, stream everything that I've produced on my beat tapes that are up there. But yeah, it's streaming. Streaming works well.
All right.
Um, yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, good deal, man. Before we close this amazing session, man, is there anybody you want to shout out?
Honestly, at the moment, there's no one. Like, there's nothing. I already shout out the people I wanted to shout out, like
Yeah.
Marco Kane, obviously shout out to him,
Ah,
working on something together. But yeah,
dope, man. Well, hey, man, shout out to you for doing this thing, man. I
thank you
appreciate
for
you.
having me.
Yeah, 100%. You're welcome to hop on anytime, man. I'm glad to do another session with you, man. But
For
with
sure.
that, man, hey, thank you, man, for this amazing session, man. I look forward to sharing this out, man.
Thank you.